So good. Okay. Hi, my name is Ashley Jumease, and welcome to my channel. This channel is all about nutrition and the lifestyle of nutrition. So today I am wanting to talk about my 5 simple tips for weight loss. People really want to talk about how you need to be like a billion different things. It's not necessary. So instead, I have 5 simple tips to get you started. And people always ask like, well, where did I get these tips from? Like, I tried them myself. Like, I have lost 60 pounds and I've kept it off for like 10 years. So the things that I'm talking about they're not crazy to think about. Like, they sound simple because they work. Okay? So let's get started. So tip number 1 is drink more water. I cannot stress that enough, like how important it is to drink more water. Water, your body is mostly made up of water. Water helps with proper brain function. It helps your body to stay hydrated. Like, water is just so important, yet we don't drink enough of it. And I'm talking about like the simple water, not just drinking a liquid because it has water in it. That doesn't count. So, like juices don't count. And that's whether it's the juices, like the cold pressed juices, or like lemonade, fruit punch, like that does not count. Soda doesn't count. I'm talking about pure water, with the exception of like those drops and like infusion of water with like lemon and different types of fruits or mint. That actually counts. That helps your body to stay hydrated. And actually adding something like lemon to your water can help with even more absorption of the water into your body. But the key is really just to drink water. At least 64 ounces of water per day is really what you need. So my second tip, simple tip for weight loss, is to meal prep. So meal prepping is basically just like how it says, preparing your meals that you're going to eat. However, I noticed that people don't actually give a time frame for the amount of time that you want to meal prep for. So when I work with clients, I always suggest meal prepping twice a week, meaning that you pick 2 days that you would actually prepare your meals for a set number of days. What works best for me is meal prepping on Sundays and Wednesdays. Sundays because it's the beginning of the week and I don't have to worry about it at work. And then on Wednesdays to prepare for the Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday meals. We'll see. But that is what's really worked for me for years. And when it comes to meal prepping, I have these meal prep containers that have 3 sections in them. And so I put one section, I'll fill half of it with my carb, maybe like a rice or a pasta, and the other half will be like a protein, whether it's like fish, shrimp, chicken. Like, that's what I'll have as like my protein. So you'll have your protein and carbs in one container, and then the other 2 both would be filled up with vegetables. And that way I will have enough servings of vegetables like for those meals. Veggies are key. And with meal prepping, the second, like meal prepping twice a week, it makes it easier so that you don't get bored. And typically I will prep 2 meals each time. So I'll have a lunch and a dinner. I don't typically prep my breakfast just because it's easier for me to just make the breakfast like that day, whether it's a smoothie or a yogurt parfait. Those are typically what my go-tos for breakfast. If you'd like for me to tell you like what I eat in a day, like how the key meals that I eat for my weight loss or to keep it off when I'm doing training, like just leave a comment in the comments or like this video, and I will be sure to give that to you. Tip number 3 is meal planning. So the reason that I separate meal planning from meal prepping is because people actually think that they go hand in hand, and that's not always the case. With meal planning, that's actually knowing the meals that you want to have throughout the week, or if you're prepping for long, maybe like throughout the month, depending on your budget and your time. So the reason I like to meal plan, even if I'm not able to meal prep, is that one, it keeps me on budget. Always going to the store with a grocery list, so when I have that meal plan, I know like the main staples for what I'm making, and then when I go to I can make my grocery list based off of that meal planning. Makes it so much easier. Like, the key with like simple tips is that you want to make things easy so that you can actually go through with the change. Like, when you make things too complicated, you have like 50 billion items on your grocery list, like you get overwhelmed, it's just too much, I can't do it. So it's just so much easier when like meal planning is done. And so with my meal planning, that's where I'm prepping out like the name of like the meal, whether it's like salmon with rice and veggies. Like, I will pick the vegetable, I will pick my protein, and I will pick the carb. Like, that's the key. Those are the main things that you need. And then if I want any snacks or anything like that, that's completely separate. But the main key for the meals are like picking those 3 staples, and then my snacks are typically like fruits. Maybe I'll have like some popcorn, or very rarely chips, but I love like salsas on things. So that's really the key. But it's really helpful to meal plan. Like, it makes it so much simpler. And then also with that meal planning, I can figure out like what days of the week I'm gonna go out to eat, because I do not eat at home every single day. That's just not realistic for me. I like going out on date nights, going out with my family to eat. So in those times, I'm planning for those times too. So I'll make sure that I don't have too much food, whether that's with the meal planning or the meal prepping. And so it just makes it easier. So my 4th simple tip for weight loss is to eat half your plate in vegetables, and that's for lunch and dinner. Sometimes people like vegetables for breakfast, but I think that makes things a little bit complicated. But when it comes to lunch and dinner, eating half your plate in vegetables makes your life so much easier. And then you can have a quarter of the plate in protein and the other quarter of the plate in your carb, whatever that's like, pasta, rice, couscous, however you feel. With half your plate as vegetables, you're getting enough micronutrients in order for you to like fuel your body. And I can go further into that. If you would like a video on micronutrients versus macronutrients, please leave a comment in the comments below, and I will be sure to do that. And also like this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll just give a little plug like that. I'm new to YouTube, and I'm definitely trying to grow. I'm trying to find more people, and it's just I'm very excited. So back to the tips. With the 4th simple tip of eating more vegetables, vegetables are king. Like, if vegetables are king, then like protein, all that stuff that's just all secondary, is all still important. But I find working with people that most of the time protein is very easy to get. Carbs are even easier to get because we have like all the breads and all those things. It's just so simple for us to just eat carbs. So when it comes to vegetables, which are a staple of like or should be a staple of a diet, and that's diet more so as the lifestyle, not diet as in something that you're just doing for a short period of time. When it comes to eating like healthier, vegetables are key. And I would stick with dark leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables. So cruciferous vegetables are like your broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. You can mix in some carrots in there, whether it's shredded carrots, you have baby carrots, like there's carrot chips. There's so many different ways to eat vegetables, and eating a variety of them is just a way for you to get in so many different nutrients. There's so many different colors. You have different colors and kinds of cabbage. Like, it's just so many things. Like, I love talking about vegetables. Like, they're so delicious. There's so many ways to cook them. You can steam them, you can stir fry them, you can bake them. It's just so many things that you can do. But I find that most people just don't think about it that way. So really, when it comes to like making this like lifestyle change, like vegetables are really the thing that you need to have in order to really have that consistent weight loss and make that change. My fifth simple tip for weight loss is to be consistent. So a lot of times when I'm working with clients, like they may ask me about like what's my cheat meal, what's my cheat day. But your mindset should not be about like when you can get in a cheat. It's really more so all about balance. And with balance, you need consistency. Consistency of workouts, consistency of how you're eating. And with all of my weight loss, it really came with me being consistent with whatever I decided to move in for, like that direction. When it came to eating, I typically ate my vegetables, fruits, protein, carbs. That I was consistent with eating about 6 days a week. And I didn't have like a full cheat day. I would have a cheat meal. And with that cheat meal, I wouldn't count calories. I would eat whatever I wanted to eat. And it just made it so much easier for me to stick with it. And it took time. With consistency, there also needs to be patience. And stable weight loss only comes with consistency. Now, mind you, like you'll want to lose the weight slowly because you didn't gain it in a quick way. So you need to lose it in a slower way as well, for the sake of like hormones. When we talk about like yo-yo dieting and going up and down with your weight, it actually messes with your hormones, and that's whether you're male or female. So really sticking to a consistent diet or consistent lifestyle change of like how you're eating really helps for you to lose weight, gain weight, maintain whatever your goals are. Like that is really what makes it easier. It is so easy to fall off track of where you want your goals to be, and that is just, it's really, really easy to happen. So don't blame yourself. It can be really hard to keep up with things that are new. And so really having like those other things set in place of drinking more water, prepping your meals, planning your meals, and like eating those like fruits and vegetables, it just makes it so much easier for you to be consistent on a day-to-day basis. And before you know it, weeks will pass, months will pass, and you will be moving closer to that goal of your weight loss. So there you have it. Those were my 5 simple tips for weight loss. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm really trying to grow. I really want to reach out to people. I really want to help them. So please join the family, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.